Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we have two colors of yarn. We have the taupe and we have the cream. These are acrylic yarns, and I'll be using my 4.5mm crochet hook. And we're going to make a very simple pattern. So to start, I'm going to make use of the taupe one. Of course, you can use any yarn of your choice, and also the corresponding crochet hook. All right. So for those who are just tuned in or very new to my channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share our videos so that you will get notified every time I put up a video. So let's get started. So to start off, we're going to make our magic circle. If you are not that familiar in making a magic circle, I have a separate tutorial. You can find it on the iCard here on top. So make your magic circle and chain 1. And we're going to make 6 single crochets on our magic circle. So once you have your 6 single crochets, we can close our magic circle, insert our hook to make our slip stitch to close our first round. For the next round, we're going to make 2 single crochets in every chain. And we're going to slip stitch on the very first chain. On the next chain, this will be an alternate increase, making 1 single crochet on the next chain, 2 single crochets on the next chain. So this will be the pattern for round 3. An alternate increase in every chain. So one of our followers sent me this written pattern, and you can check the link for that pattern on the description down below. She also has an Etsy account, so I will put both links on her Etsy account as well as with the written pattern. For our next round, it will be a single crochet round, so there will be no increase for this round. Make 1 single crochet in every chain around. For our next round, we're going to make 1 single crochet in the next 2 chains and increase on the next chain. 1 single crochet in the next 2 chains and an increase of 2 single crochets in the next chain. So repeat around until you reach your very first chain. For our next round, there will be no increase, so it will be 1 single crochet in every chain. Make your 1 single crochet around until you reach the very first chain. Make your slip stitch and close the round, and I'll meet you back later to start with our next round. Our next round will be an increase round again. Make 1 single crochet in the next 3 chains and increase on the next chain. Again, 1 single crochet in the next 3 chains, and 2 single crochets on the next chain. So repeat around, make your slip stitch to close the round, and I'll meet you back to make our next round. Our next round will be an increase round again, but this time we're going to make use of half double crochet, and we're going to make use of our front loop only. So yarn over, insert your hook on the very first chain using the front loop only, so half double crochet in the next 4 chains using the back loop only, and an increase on the next chain. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2 half double crochets on the next chain. So that will be our pattern for this round. At the end of this round, you'll be having 36 half double crochets. At the end of this round, we're going to make a slip stitch, and we're going to cut our yarn. So this will be the cap of our mushroom. The size of your finished product or this cap will depend on which yarn you're going to use. If you're going to use a bulky yarn, if you're going to use a chunky yarn, as well as a large or a bigger crochet hook that corresponds to your yarn, then you will have a different size of finished product. To start with the stem of our mushroom, I'm going to make use of the cream yarn. You can use the white. Actually, you can use any yarn of your choice, any color, any yarn of your choice, and as well any color of your choice. I will be using the same crochet hook, and we're going to start again with the magic circle. And make 4 single crochets on our magic circle. Close your magic circle, make your slip stitch. And now we are done with our first round. For our next round, we're going to make an increase round, so make 1 single crochet in every chain for a total of 8 single crochets. For our next round, it will be an alternate increase, 1 single crochet, and an increase on the next chain. One single crochet and an increase on the next chain. At the end of this round, we'll be having 12 single crochets. For our next round, we're going to make 2 single crochets on the next 2 chains and an increase on the next chain. Again, 1 single crochet in the next 2 chains and an increase on the next chain. So repeat the pattern and make a slip stitch to close this round. So now we have a total of 16 single crochets, and for the next 2 rounds we're going to make 1 single crochet round. So we'll be having the same number of single crochets after the 6th round. So continue. So make 2 rounds of single crochet. For round 7, there will be no increase, but we'll be doing a decrease. So 1 single crochet in the next 4 chains. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the next 2 chains we're going to make a decrease of 1 single crochet decrease, and then 4 single crochets again, and then our single crochet decrease, the next 4 chains we're going to make 1 single crochet, and we're going to slip stitch where we start. For round 8, we're just going to make 1 single crochet around, for round 9, there will be no increase, but we're going to make a decrease again. So 1 single crochet on the next 3 chains, and a decrease on the next chain. To make your decrease, insert your hook on the next chain, grab a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Insert your hook on the next chain, grab a loop. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, and you're going to pull through all those 3 loops. So again, 1 single crochet in the next 3 chains, and decrease again on the next 2 chains, then 3 single crochets on the next chain. At this point, we need to start filling because we're going to make it a little smaller, the space. So you can take your fill fiber. So I think that's enough for now. So again, we're going to continue. So this will be round 10. And this will be 1 single crochet around. So 1 single crochet around. So at the end of round 10, after making 1 single crochet around, we should be having 12 single crochets. So for round 11, 1 single crochet around, but we're going to make use of the back loop only. So 1 single crochet using the back loop only. slip stitch to join so that we can close our round. So now we have used the back loop only, and then we have that stitch here. This is the front loop, and we're going to make use of that later on. So for round 12, we're going to make a decrease again. So we're going to make one single crochet in the next 2 chains, and we're going to make a decrease on the next chain. So one single crochet in the next 2 chains and a decrease. And slip stitch to close this round. So at this point, before I continue with the next round, I'm going to fill in again with my stuffing for our next round. This will be round 13. We're going to make one single crochet and a decrease on the next chain. One single crochet in the next chain and a decrease. One single crochet and a decrease. And we're going to slip stitch. At this point, we're going to decrease around, or you can take your yarn needle and then you can sew this together. So I will just fill this one again. It's either you make your decrease around, or you can take your yarn needle and sew to close the top of our mushroom stem. So now we can cut our yarn. I will just be leaving a little bit of the tail because I would like to finish the sewing. And at the same time, I will be weaving my end and closing the top of our mushroom stem. Take your yarn again, same color with the base of our mushroom, and make a slip knot. And remember the front loop. This is round 11. The front loop that we left behind. This is the stitch where we make back loop, make use of the back loop only. So we are going to attach on that front loop. We're going to make 2 single crochets in every chain. So 1 and 2. So 2 single crochets on all the chains. Before closing in and making your slip stitch, make sure you have the correct number of chains. You should be having 24 single crochets. I counted mine as well to make sure that I have 24 single crochets. For our next round, we're going to make one single crochet around, so we'll be having 24 single crochets again for this round. So make your one single crochet around and slip stitch at the end to close it. For our next and final round, we are going to make an increase round. So one single crochet, the next chain, one single crochet on the very first chain, and increase on the next chain. One single crochet, two single crochets on the next. One single crochet, two single crochets on the next chain. This will be an alternate increase for this last round, and we'll be having 36 single crochets at the end of the round. After making your last stitch, slip stitch to join, and we are ready to cut our yarn. We can leave a little more tail so that when we sew the stem with the cap of our mushroom, we have enough yarn to use. So we can take our filling again. You can weave your end, take your fillings, and then you can fill this one, and then we're going to attach later on. What I am going to do is I'm going to put this one in. So we are going to sew this one together. And I'm going to add my filling or my fiber fill on the sides. So now we can start sewing them together. So continue sewing around, making use of this loop. And before closing in, you must fill with your fiber the cap of our mushroom. So I have done filling the cap of our mushroom as well as sewing the sides. So we have the finished product for our, so we have finished our mushroom. Again, the written pattern will be on the link down below on the description box. You can visit her Etsy account. Her name is Elisa Brooke. Elisa, again, thank you so much for sending me your pattern. It is so easy to follow the pattern, and then you can just use my video for your guidance if you have the pattern already. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned a thing or two. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share our video. Happy crocheting, everyone, and God bless.